Yo, what's up, guys? Another video. I know I've been missing a lot lately, but hey, I'm back. Anyways, guys, got my video or my camera hands free, so don't worry, I'm paying attention to the road. I just want to talk about something while I'm driving, something that I kept thinking about. You gotta be grateful for the hard times and like the difficulties, for the how it makes you tougher, and how this thing, this little blip that's happening right now, is not gonna mean shit in 5 years. And I remember hearing a quote, and they were talking about if something's not going to affect your life 5 years from now, you should stop thinking about it now. Like, you should stop. Of course, it's like kind of like a vague thing, but we'll talk about like issues, like say you're going through a breakup or lost your job or something. Is this shit, are you really in 5 years? Like, think of all the stuff 5 years ago. You might have to think pretty hard because you probably fucking forgot about it by now. But all the stuff that like bothered you then, oh, woe is me. It's okay to be sad, upset, and like angry at times. But just think about how long you dwell in like feeling these things. And like something that helps me get through shit quicker is just think about like, hey, yeah, in 5 years from now, I'm not even gonna remember it. Probably in a year from now too. Like, something happened, a girl left you, or you had to move, and you had something great and you had to cut it off or whatever. Think about also how the more tough shit you go through now, imagine if you have kids one day and then they're going through the same thing you're going through now. Are you able to give them better advice because you went through that same thing? Or are you wishing for an easy life, one where you don't have like struggles, you don't have like things that go bad? And then imagine you have a kid and you love this child or a friend or whatever, and you can't relate. You can't be like, oh, hey, sorry, I've never been through that. I don't know what to tell you. Versus, imagine you were able to go through something and tell that person who you love, like, hey, like, I know how to deal with this because I went through this thing, and maybe I didn't handle it the right way, and so here I am telling you the correct way, or maybe some piece of advice I wish I knew. So think of stuff that way, guys. Think about like how you can help, and think about stuff in your past where, like, I'm not sure how old you are, watch this, but like, like say if you're even just 20 years old, do you think you can help out a 6-year-old? Imagine you have like a little sibling that's a couple years younger than you. Because you're able to go through more stuff than they were. So you're able to relate to them. It helps them out. And sometimes, like, you gotta, like, help out someone to realize, man, I went through that bad thing because it set me up to kind of help out someone else. And when you do help out someone else finally, you feel good. You're like, man, I'm glad I went through that. Guys, things happen to make you tougher, and either you can dwell on things, or you can just, or you can choose to snap out of it quicker rather than later. Like a thing, like back when I was in middle school, like, it's so funny. The second day of 7th grade, I came home, and I was so stoked because I was like, man, like, I have awesome teachers. All my friends are in my classes. I'm really feeling it. I feel like this is going to be a good year. I come home from that second day of 2nd grade, or 7th grade, and my mom was like, oh, hey, you're transferring schools. Like, you got accepted to, like, the charter school, whatever. And you're transferring, like, your first day is, like, tomorrow or whatever. And I was so upset. So upset. I was, like, crying. And I made myself miserable for longer than was needed. Because I remember just, like, refusing to try to talk to people, refusing to make friends, refusing to accept this new thing, And I remember just going through like half a year of 7th grade, and like finally, like, all right, hey, I'm not gonna go back. I can't transfer back to my old school. I'm here to stay. Well, look at the hole I dug myself in because I, refused to talk to people, and it was hard getting out, Versus I could have been like, all right, I could have accepted the circumstances sooner, and been like, all right, well, this is my situation. It is what it is, and I either can like choose to accept this and move on quickly, or I could choose to dwell and be in this dark place for longer. So think about your current situation. I know not everything's black and white, obviously, but just think about like your current situation and just how you can choose to be happier sooner. And it's all about choice too. I know a lot of things, guys, it takes time to heal stuff, but we do have a choice. If there's a good book about a guy who went through the Holocaust, and everyone around him, obviously, were like very upset, and like who were going through the Holocaust as well, very upset, and they were very devastated. It was obviously a very horrible, horrible, horrible time to go through, and a place to be in Auschwitz during the Holocaust. And this guy, which I'm trying to think of the book, if you look up like basically Holocaust survivor books, you'll find out what I'm talking about really quickly. And this guy was able to be like, hey, you know what? I'm going through this really bad time, but I can choose to at least grasp on to these little tiny good things still. You know, like these little comforts that I do have still, I could still grasp onto that and, you know, choose to have a better life right now, even though everyone around me is dying and going through horrible shit. So, if a Holocaust survivor, or a person who's going through the Holocaust in Auschwitz, literally like the worst one to be at, the worst concentration camp to be at, can find happiness and peace, you can find happiness and peace in your current situation. And, you know, whether it's just the little things, guys and girls, please, this is meant to make you tougher no matter what, okay? And once you do go through over that hump, and you're like, whoa, okay, I can start breathing again, I start feeling it, you will be so much fucking stronger. And I promise you, one day, if you have the right mindset about it, you can even look back being grateful for that difficult time. There's time when I was back with college, I went through some shit, and it was very unfair, very disgusting thing that happened, you know, and I was very close to taking my life a few times, and I just remember it was I saw a very bleak existence ahead of me, and very just I hit points where I didn't even know it was humanly possible to feel this sad. And eventually, when I got through that point, guys, and I started healing, I started doing better. I remember looking back years, you know, even it took a couple years, but I remember looking back thinking, wow, I am happy I went through that, because it made me so much stronger in so many ways. It built and strengthened so many relationships I had, and showed me who my true friends are, so many other things. But anyways, guys, keep your head up. Please, please, please keep your head up. That's all I got for right now. Peace out.